let's get started and continue. Hi Sculper, welcome to the stream. How's your day? To answer your question, I am playing on PC right now. I am using PCSX2, and I am using software rendering, because hardware rendering is just goddamn awful. It's great with many other games, but not this. Do not recommend for this. I mean, unless of course you favor a, full speed game constantly with just not being able to see shit. So how's everyone doing now? How's everyone's days been? Yeah, so, Prof, I can brute force the graphics. My PC is more than capable of doing that, otherwise I would not be doing software rendering right now. I can do software rendering full speed. I'm running at a maxed out 50 FPS almost all the time in this game. What about Ratchet 2? What about it? Do you mean like every Ratchet Clank game in terms of emulation? Because if that's what you're rendering, then yeah, you can't play any Ratchet Clank game with hardware rendering unless you want to just see garbage all the time. And I forgot about these tanks. No. So you can emulate all the Ratchet Clank games without any trouble in PCSX2. Just make sure you have a super powerful computer. If you want some reference, my PC specs should be down in the panels below. That's what I've got, and I'm getting full speed almost all the time. I get some frame drops down to 30, but it's pretty rare. It's only really when there's a shit ton of things going on, and I'm pretty sure that's where the PS2 also ended up faltering. But yeah, no, you can definitely emulate these games, just don't do it with hardware because it will not look very good. You won't have much of a great experience. And if you need any advice with like settings and everything, no. So it doesn't screw up my PC because it's pretty powerful. It can handle everything I've thrown at it has been fine. With emulating this, it's never peaked, it hasn't gone higher than 70% utilization, but that's while I'm both streaming and playing this. When I'm just emulating by itself, it's usually under 50% utilization, so my CPU is fine. I think if you have anything to be concerned about, it's really if you're using a laptop to do emulation, because it can push hardware pretty hard, and you want to make sure that you've got decent cooling. Laptops don't really have decent cooling, so try not to do it there. Anyway, off of the topic of emulation, back to the topic of the game at hand. What we just witnessed is the extermination crew for these green creatures that we've been seeing everywhere. In Blackwater City, there is a thing, these green creatures have infested the place. They are known as amoeboids, and they basically caused chaos in this place. And something that's interesting with the amoeboids is they actually multiply. So the big amoeboids, when you hit them, will split into two, and then when you hit them again, they'll split into four. Hit the two that have thing, and then they'll double again. It's like cell division. But yeah. Anyway, this is also a level that was on the demo. This is the other level aside from Metropolis that I ended up playing a lot on the demo. And it has the amazing hoverboard section.
That's a real beauty.
And we should be seeing that shortly. I think I'm going the right way to actually do the hoverboard,
Oh, that's a nice one.
hoverboard championship. So that's going to be cool. And there's actually an interesting glitch, which I believe was patched out of the European and Australian versions, but was in the American versions. So if you're playing the American version, you can definitely take advantage of it. But there's actually a glitch in the hoverboard section where you can actually get to the hoverboard section without your hoverboard, and then you can use the taunter, you know, that useless piece of shit that does basically nothing but get enemies angry at you. You can actually take advantage of that and use it to get practically infinite bolts. What you do is you go to a certain section underneath a place just covered with crates, and because you're underneath them, you're far away enough for them to still be there, but they respawn constantly. So you can just keep the circle button held down with the taunter and keep getting basically infinite money. I'm not going to be doing that because I'm not like that, but yeah. Oh, welcome, we'll see you later. I like your name. How are you going? We'll see you later.
Well, okay.
Ratchet.
I'm kidding. Sorry, he's not for sale. What's a rhino anyway?
Rip ya a new one.
What did you just say to me?
R-Y-N-O. Rip ya a new one. Why, that's the most powerful missile launcher in the galaxy. I know it's worth a lot of bolts. He must have stolen it from the blarg. Stolen? Look, trash can. Did I say anything about it being hot? You better watch your mouth or I'll...
Wait, don't tell me. Rip you a new one.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I expect with a name like that you would constantly get that. You got this game when it was pretty new for the PS2? Oh, that's awesome. I've never actually 100%ed this game, but I've played it, I think I've finished it probably like 12 times. I played this game a lot. What we've just been introduced to is this shady guy and his rhino. And the rhino is the most powerful weapon in the game. It is unbalanced and broken as hell, and if you get it with the final boss, you can defeat the final boss in a matter of seconds. The only problem is it's expensive as hell, which makes sense, but yeah, I don't know, it's not really worth grinding the bolts for unless you do that glitch. But if you do that glitch, I mean, you're a dirty cheater and you should feel bad, but whatever, it's up to you. Time for more exploration, and we get to deal with some more amoeboids. Instead of doing the long jump, I'm doing the high jump. This is why I prefer the thruster pack instead of the helipack. Anyway, these are the amoeboids. Every time you attack them, they duplicate until they're the smallest type, and then they die. So groups of them can get out of hand if you don't manage things well. You can also do, you could take advantage of all these guys that are just hiding behind walls and summon them, and then they will kill all the amoeboids for you. But once they're done with that, they'll go after you. Yeah, so if you have a decent PC, also thanks for the follow, I'll see you later. Yeah, Scaper, if you have a decent PC, you should be fine. PCSX2 is... there's nothing dodgy about the program, it's fine. There's a website for it, just Google PCSX2 and you can find the website, and they have forums and everything, so you can find out whatever you need to know about how to go about emulating games and what settings to use and all that. And if you have any questions, I mean, I can try to help. I haven't done much emulation, but I do it quite, you know, I am doing it quite a bit more now. Also, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Okay, so, you may notice there's a gold bolt over there. This gold bolt is actually fairly difficult to get to if you have no idea about one certain thing, which I will be showing off shortly. And there's actually an interesting story about that. So, there are two developers of this game, a designer and a programmer, that used to do a podcast, and they've played through Ratchet Clank 2 and 3 in full, and part of the first game. And they go through dev stories talking about how the game was developed, and they actually served as testers for this game, providing consultation and everything on, you know, if there are bugs that needed fixing. And I think they also had some hand in some of the boss fights. But with this gold bolt in particular, it was placed there because one of the testers actually found a way to get on top of this fence and drop into that section. And the developers thought, instead of fixing it, they would add a gold bolt for actually, you know, managing to do that. It's the same thing with the skill points. The skill points in all of the Ratchet & Clank games, as well as the Spyro games, were all made from challenge runs that testers did. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, the stuff that they've done with adding in that bonus content just through testing. Anyway, let's get that gold bolt. So, as you see, I messed up. What you need to do is basically just run across that fence, or, you know, maze wall, and get to the area where the gold bolt is, and then, you know, that's how you get it. I actually had no idea how to get this gold bolt when I was younger playing this game. It was always the only one I couldn't get because I had no idea how the hell I was supposed to get it. And when I ended up seeing that video discussing how it was put there, I was like, what? You can actually jump onto that fence? And, yeah, my mind was blown. I had no idea I could do that, and then I tried it and was like, oh, how do I not know about this? It's always interesting seeing behind the scenes things with game developers, just hearing stories about development. So, if any of you haven't checked out the thing, I'll link it right now, so you can check it out later. Because I definitely, if you're a Ratchet & Clank fan, or if you want to find out more about the Ratchet & Clank games, I definitely recommend checking it out. So I'll just grab the channel link. They're known as Useless Podcasts, and they have playlists for playing through the first game and playing through the second game and the third game. And, well, they're not the greatest at the games. They do have some interesting things to say. I would recommend watching if you have the time and are interested, of course. Anyway, we should be getting to the end of this section now, and we'll be able to do the Hoverboard Championship. So that will be exciting. The Hoverboard Championship is actually, it's a pretty fun minigame in this game. There aren't too many of them, but they're still fun nonetheless. Gonna make sure I stock up on all the bolts I can, because I think there'll be some more weapons that I'll be able to buy soon. and I want to have the money for them. Okay, and these crates right here, you can't actually break them yet. The only way that you can break them is by getting either a red crate or having explosive weapons. I think this should be able to work. Yeah, so you need explosive weapons to be able to break those crates, or there's a weapon later on you can get, which is a boxing glove known as the Walloper. And that will let you break through the crates without having to get a red crate or anything else like that. Thank you, Scaper. I try. This is probably the most I've ever talked.
Galactic hoverboard competition. Captain Quark's giving away a brand new platinum zoomerator to the winner of this competition.
A platinum zoomerator. Perhaps that will be the proof of your accomplishments that Skid's agent requires.
Wait, do you guys mean Skid McMarks?
Yeah, Skid couldn't make it, so we're here to, you know, fill in for him.
Guess we'll see about that.
Okay, I think there's a thing you can do here. It's a silly Easter egg that they put in. I think I'm doing it right. Yep, okay. So, you'll notice it soon enough. I'm not going to talk about what's happening, but you'll see it soon. I don't know why they bothered to put it in, but hey, it's an Easter egg. An Easter egg's an Easter egg. Alright, that should be enough. Anyway, hoverboarding. So this is what the hoverboarding sections are like. It's basically just you don't have to do any acceleration, it's all automatic, but you do need to get the boost pads if you want to have a chance of winning, at least with this first race. Later on you get something that will let you boost through unlocking the thing, and you'll be able to actually do tricks to get more boost. But for now you just need to try and get all the turbo you can. You can still do tricks if you want, but I mean it's basically just for show. So I'm going to try and win this race first to try, because, you know... Also, don't hit things. Hitting things is bad. Try not to do that if you can. That's fine, Prof. That's fine, take your time, I don't mind. It's pretty exciting that, that it went well. It's a good sign. Oh shit, I'm still second. Okay, this is the last chance I get to actually rectify this. So let's hope that I can make it to first. Because otherwise, I'm gonna have to do this again. Oh no, I might have to do this again. I think I will have to do this another time. Oh, that sucks. It's fine. I'll do it better this time. Thanks. By the way, thank you both Emmy and Prof for hosting. Really appreciate the hosts. I may be a little silent while I do this, just because I need to concentrate on winning. Also, you may or may not notice that the music has changed. For some reason, there's a bug in this game in which, when you replay the race music doesn't play, but rather the standard level music does instead. I don't know why it happens, but I mean it's pretty consistent. It's not I mean, it doesn't bother me, it's just it changes the mood of the race a little bit. And I mean, it adds something different, I suppose. Doing the race a second time isn't just, oh, I have to listen to this music again. If you don't like it, you get to listen to the standard one. But if you do like the music, well, I mean, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Oh no! Alright, we're gonna do it this time. We got it. We got this. We've got to do it this time. All or nothing. First place. Oh no! Come on! Shit! Third place again. Alright. Third time's the charm. I said last one will be the one, but this one will have to be the one. Oh shit! Rip indeed, Emmy. Rip indeed. Oh man. Without boosts, it's just incredibly, punishingly slow. I think I might quit and do it again, because I don't think there was any way of coming back from that. Rip times 3. Also, the music's back. How's that drawing going, by the way, Emmy? Have you made a start on it yet? Also, speaking of drawing myself, I need to do more. I haven't done enough. Actually, I've got a question for those of you that are watching. Are any of you interested in watching creative streams? Specifically, for me, 3D. Because I am a 3D artist, and I feel like doing it on stream would make me focus on it a little better. I'm just not sure if anyone would be interested in watching it or not. It would be a more chill stream. I'd just be focusing on getting the modeling done, but it could be fun.
Folks, Captain Quark here. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's HoverCon Intergalactic Champions. Let's give it up for newcomers,
Ratchet and Clank.
Hey, look, that's us.
Today's winners will take home a brand new professional grade Model T15 Platinum Zoomerator. Manufactured by Gadgetron, this hoverboard drive delivers more lift, speed, and maneuverability than any other anti-grav device on the market. Well, folks, that's all the time we have. Tonight, remember to set your infobots to the Quark Classic channel for tonight's episode of Dogfight Over Death Canyon, starring yours truly. Thank you, and have a Quark-tastic day.
Okay, so do any of you remember that I was doing flips earlier? I'll explain what that did. You probably noticed her chest is a little large. That's because of the flips. For whatever reason, they included an Easter egg in which doing backflips and side flips will actually make her chest grow. Yeah. Oh, I've actually, in terms of the creative stuff, I've already started something, so I suppose I should explain what I would be streaming. I recently started working on a grey box for Waterfall from Undertale. I'm not planning on making the entire thing, at least not yet. It depends on how long it takes me to make this section. But I would like to do just like 3D environments for Undertale, because I've seen a lot of people do 3D art for the characters, but the environments haven't gotten any love. And I feel like I should help fix that. Because as a 3D artist, I have the ability to do so, and I feel like it would be fun. So yeah, as I was saying, I've made a start on a grey box for Undertale's waterfall section. The section that I've made specifically is the part from after you fall, after initially getting chased by Undyne. The place that you see Napstabluke. So that's the section that I've started greyboxing. So I plan to finish that, go out of the greyboxing stage and start making all the modular pieces to actually, you know, make it look less boxy and more interesting visually. And yeah, I'm just wondering if anyone's interested in seeing that or not. And this here is the first example of the Hydro Displacer water puzzle. This isn't exactly much of a puzzle yet, but what I have to do here is go through that tunnel and then break those little gates so I can actually swim through, because otherwise I can't get up to the that area next. You're interested in seeing it? Awesome. Emmy, you want to model more? That's awesome. It's good to hear, or rather read. Yeah, I've done some 2D stuff recently, but I haven't really done any 3D, and I want to do more. So I was thinking doing it through stream would be better at making me actually stick to it. So yeah, I wanna get that finished and looking all pretty and cool. I haven't decided on what engine I want to throw it into yet. I suppose that can be up to choice from people watching, and I just screwed this up. So what's happening right here is I've just activated this button and water has started pouring in. Unfortunately, I've taken too much time getting through because I forgot about it, and I was also talking to you guys. Don't feel bad, it's not your fault. So I'm just going to drown to restart, because doing this, you need to speedrun it, you need to go through quickly. If you don't go through fast, then you're just going to drown like I just did. You need to run through here. This place, when I played the demo, I think I only finished it once. I never really got good at it until I actually got the game and had to do it for real. The trick is use your long jump. You need that long jump. Long jump is key. Death count of 5. Yes. You're right, Patty. Alright. Alright, let's try and go through as quickly as we can. It's almost done. We're about halfway through now. Oh no! Oh, this could be bad. Okay. This may result in death 6. Usually I'm supposed to have a bit of time to run through, but I just missed out, so... Oh! Oh my god! I made it! I made it! I did it! I survived! Oh my god, that was incredibly stressful. That is one of my least favorite parts of this game. It is really, really stressful for me. But hey, we get to meet someone with a chin shaped like a butt.
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh, you see, my friend and I need to speak to the captain about a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it!
But, sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million volts!
You've got it all wrong.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 volts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance. You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Quark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet and Clank, Captain. You know, from the
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, and thank the galaxy you found me.
Huh?
There's an awful plot being hatched to destroy our planets.
Ratchet, he knows.
Great. Does that mean we can go hoverboarding now?
My friends, we're all in grave danger, and I believe that together we can put a stop to this madness.
Together? You mean you want our help?
Look, Ratchet, I've been keeping an eye on you. I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really? You mean I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here, take this. What makes one man toil in obscurity while another becomes a hero? Is it strength, compassion, determination, or just pure blind luck? Wise men through the ages have struggled with that very question, but Captain Quark knows the secret. That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy. Now is your opportunity to see if you've got the stuff heroes are made of. This infobot contains coordinates to Quark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Quark's killer cannonade of confounded contraptions? Can you Quarkly quick? Oh, just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself, learn the secret, and earn your place in galactic history. Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary. Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
Alright, so that's Captain Quark. He is one of my favorite characters in this game, and the series as a whole. And he wants Ratchet to join him. Exciting. This is like Ratchet's dream come true. So we're going to be heading over to his base now for some, I suppose, so Ratchet can become captain. By the way, for those of you that have played this game, please no spoilers. There are quite a few people in here that have not played this game before, and I would appreciate if the story was not spoiled for them.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Just gonna stock up on ammo before I go there, just in case. I mean, there's gonna be a shop there, but why not just do it here?
That's a real beauty.
I think I'll leave the mine glove, I don't really use it. Not going for 100% here, just going to complete the game and get the weapons that I use the most. Alright, time to go to Quark's headquarters. And we're actually going to be seeing an example of one of the developers that is on the on that podcast I was mentioning before. We get to see an example of his type of puzzle, so that will be interesting.
Welcome to my challenge course. Now is your chance to prove yourself strong and brave, like me. Conquer it, and you'll join in my fight against evil.
Haven't we done enough already?
What? I can't hear you.
I said, haven't we done?
Sorry, still having trouble. Tell me later.
Later? We might be dead by then.
What?
All right, Clank, let's get going.
Alright, so unfortunately, we don't get to join Captain Quark straight away. We have to go through and survive his gauntlet. Oh, you gonna open up Blender and do some stuff in that?
I got some great bargains for you today.
Alright, Emmy. I've only used Blender once. I actually, sorry. Just give me a moment. Okay, yeah, I've never used Blender. Well, I've used it once, just for like a rendering tutorial, but I've never actually done any serious modeling in it. I actually use, I use Maya. Thank you, Patty. Good to have a punster here. I'm surprised Emmy's not punning. Oh jeez. That explosion caught me off guard. And that one, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, Emmy, you're in luck. Once you're enrolled, I believe you'll be able to get access to the student version of Maya, and that is a 3-year license. So, yeah, you'll be able to use that. And if you ever need any help learning how to use it, I'll be happy to provide some advice. I mean, I'm not going to be as good as the teachers. I'm not that experienced with it. But, I mean, I will be able to show you the basics at least. Just keep in mind, when you, what they do, where, at least when I was a first year, when we were first learning how to use Maya, they first showed us the slow way to do things. So if you get frustrated at all with the slow way, just keep in mind they are going to teach you quicker ways to do things, including like things that include hotkeys and whatnot. When you first learn Def 7, when you first learn how to use Maya, they do like to show you the old way of doing things just so you have perspective. So yeah, try not to get frustrated with it because they'll show you better ways to do things in time, and yeah. Just keep in mind you'll most likely be a little overwhelmed with the interface when you first open it up. There are a shitload of tabs and it can get a little confusing when you first use it. Also, oh, David! David's here! Hey David, how are you going? Thanks for the follow. It's good to have you here. I am wasting ammo. Oh no! Shit, I just remembered a solution that I have that I could have... Oh, it's too late now. I'll do it next time. You've been compromised, what, you're trying to be a ninja? I do have email... David, if you're trying to be stealthy, I do have real-time email notifications on turned on as well. So, you wouldn't have been able to escape. Though I think I will turn off email notifications soon. I've gotten quite a few today. Anyway, here's my solution to dealing with these things. Yeah, Emmy, what I did with Blender was I actually was following a getting started tutorial, and it was covering rendering. So they made me make a cube and showed me how to make it look and render like glass. You tried, David. Also, these panels will fall, so don't spend too much time on them. I doubt anyone would, because, I mean, the nature of a platformer means you're constantly moving and dodging obstacles. But, yeah, just some advice. I think I do still have that glass cube that I rendered on Blender. I don't have Blender installed, but I do still have that image. So I can share that. If I have another break, I can share that during the break. Now the focus is on the game. The game is the most important thing right now. Alright. So, remember those gold bolts that I'm constantly talking about? It's time to get another one. Prof, you probably wouldn't like Maya too much either. What were your issues with Max? Because from what I've heard, Max is so. From what I've seen, the two most popular 3D modeling suites are 3ds Max and Maya, and they're both made by Autodesk. So Autodesk has sort of a monopoly on the whole thing right now, unless you're using Blender, which is free, or Modo, which is fairly new. But yeah, what were your problems with Max? I think I've spent too much time getting that. Yeah, Max was, I believe Max used to be taught at my uni, but we've moved to Maya, so yeah. I can't comment on the quality of 3ds Max as I've never used it, but it does seem to have some pretty nice features. I'm just curious about what Prof's issues with it are. Because I've heard a lot of people that have complained about Maya say move to 3ds Max instead. One thing I have noticed, I have seen some speed modeling and stuff done in Max, and it got a very different way of doing the way you do modeling in 3ds Max is a fair amount different to how you do modeling in Maya. At least from what I've seen. I've seen a lot of people using Max have done some very different things to what you usually do in Maya. But I've only used Maya for 2 years now, so I don't have too much experience with it. I think I can blow this up. I'm not sure, I think it's possible. I might not be able to do it yet. Might need to get a weapon first. Alright, let's continue onwards. I think we're about halfway through this level now. Yep. And I have 11,000 bolts, wow. That's good progress. I'll be able to buy a really good weapon soon. if I remember how much it costs correctly. Alright, so this section here can be a little annoying if you don't realize that you need to use the hydro displacer. There are these shark, like giant piranha fish here, and they eat you in one hit. Like, they're basically just a one-hit kill, and you want to try and avoid swimming in that water when they're around. So what you want to do is use the hydro displacer, drain the water, kill them, fill the water up again, and then you can continue on using stuff. Oh shit, what did I just do? As well as a little sign shouldn't be nothing is and it's a huge download because if I signed it, it is incompatibility. I gotta admit, Prof, those problems, many of them are also in Maya as well. Not as bad as that, but Maya is still a fairly big program. I would, if you can get access to Maya, I would recommend giving it a go if you can. I mean, it takes a bit of getting used to. The user interface can be a little overwhelming at first, but it's worth checking out. Welcome back, Harry. Hope you managed to get some sleep, and I hope it was good. I also hope you're feeling better now. Oh, that sucks, sorry. Well, hopefully the stream can make you feel better. I hope that the stream can make you feel better, because... I mean, I feel better. I'm enjoying this is fun. Well, Prof, if you want to make your own games yourself, it would behoove you to give modeling a go and find a suite that you enjoy using. I mean, that's like... So, funnily enough, I'm actually like the opposite of you. I actually want to pick up programming myself because I am interested in, you know, attempting to make small games myself. You know, just do the whole thing, and yeah, I wouldn't be making huge, like, AAA quality games. I seriously doubt I'd have the skill to do that, but I would like to be able to, you know, have full control. I would enjoy that. I just, right now I don't know where to start with that whole thing. Right now I've just been doing a lot oh, I should not have done that yet. Right now I've just been doing a lot of reading into, programming. And, yeah. One concern I do have is, at least with programming, is, so, the last math that I did was further math in year 11. I didn't actually do any math in year 12. I was signed up to do math methods for year 11 and year 12, but I decided to move away from that and do... Oh, there we go. I decided to move away from math methods and do media instead because for some reason, they decided to put both math methods and media in the same scheduling, and I was actually really good at math. I consistently got above 80% in all of my tests, and I was pretty good at getting a grasp on the whole thing. One thing about me is I generally pick up things quickly. So when I did do a week of methods and I was doing decently. But I wanted to focus on doing art stuff more because I hadn't really considered being a programmer. I was actually shied away from it. I spoke in year 7. I've always wanted to be in games development, and in year 7 I actually spoke with my IT teacher at the time, and I was discussing with him like what path should I take, what's the pros and cons with the different paths that are there, and he mentioned that programming is a fairly difficult thing to get into, and alright, hurry. That's fine, you don't have to talk much. Just, you know, as long as you're taking care of yourself, that's fine. My year 7 IT teacher basically shied me away. He suggested doing art instead, and recommended looking into Flash, for example. I never ended up doing that. I actually haven't used Flash ever. I've only done like one shitty animation in it, and that was just using tweens. But yeah, I ended up getting shied away from programming mainly because I was just told it was very difficult to get into. But yeah. Paddy, you did 2 folio subjects in year 12. I did 3. I did media, Viscom, and studio arts all together. That's why my ATAR score is such shit. Because all of those subjects get such incredibly harsh scaling in exams. They just they destroy it. I mean, ATAR doesn't give a I don't give a shit about ATAR. It means nothing to me. It doesn't represent my intelligence at all. But it's a crock of shit.
Well, well, you two continue to surprise me. Step into the ring of heroes, and I will finally give you what you deserve.
Ratchet, this is no time for you to become cautious. We have reached our goal.
I don't know. There's something fishy going on here.
Listen to your little metal friend, Ratchet. Your destiny is mere steps away.
It's just something doesn't seem right.
This is it. Quark is going to help us stop Chairman Drek.
Why, thank you, Clank. You've been most helpful.
Get off of me, you idiot!
I love it when a plan comes together.
What do you mean?
What do you think he means, genius? He's not gonna help us, he's gonna kill us!
You catch on quick. Although there is one problem with your hypothesis, I'm not going to kill you.
You're not?
No, he is.
But why?
But why? It's really not that difficult to decipher. I'm the official spokesman for Drek's new planet. I can't have you two getting in the way of my comeback.
This isn't over, Quark!
No, but it will be soon.
Alright, so, to recap, Captain Quark is a dick. He betrayed us, and now we have to fight his pet. And he likes to stomp. And also he has lasers. So, basically, don't forget to jump. Jumping is important. Try use moves that, weapons that give you the ability to stay, you know, a distance away from him. You don't want to be up close. He's pretty bad. And he does a lot of damage. So, it's a good idea to keep your distance. Yes, Scaper, I'm using PCSX2. That's, at least as far as I'm aware, that's the best PS2 emulator. I haven't heard of any other PS2 emulators, but that's what I'm using and it works fairly well. It's not perfect with every game, but it works well enough to actually play most of the games that I have. Yeah, I would recommend check that one out. It's pretty good. Also, welcome back. Good to see you're still here. Okay, so sorry, I'm not gonna. Do you mean emulator site? Do you mean the PCSX2 website? I would recommend if you're going to get the emulator, get it from their website. That's the safest place. Don't feel bad about asking stuff. I mean, I'm happy to help. It's fine. I'm pretty bad at asking for help with things myself, so it's good to see people actually, you know, doing it. Props. Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to do that yourself. It's pretty grey area getting that stuff. There are ways to get it from the console, but if you can't do that, I recommend just using Google. Google is your friend. Yeah. Use Google and make sure you stay away from certain places. Yeah, so just Google. Google will be the best place to find everything. I can't exactly give you any specifics on places to get things, but I will say Googling is your friend. Maybe even a paradise. So far so good with this boss. They're oh, Prof got purged. Yeah, sorry Prof. My bot is a dick. Oh, hey, so that gives me a good talking point. See that thing that the boss just did right there? He has a move where he can just get all your ammo and spit it out everywhere. So if you see him start to do that breath, you want to run away because you're going to lose all your ammo. Okay. The boss is almost done. I thought there were a shitload of tutorials on Blender. I suppose not. Doesn't the website have a lot of resources on learning it? I've got, well, Emmy? A suggestion. Don't spend too much time learning Blender, because you're going to be starting to learn Maya. And Blender is very different, functionality-wise, to Maya, so you may be better off just learning that.
Maybe it can replace you.
We're pinned down! We're pinned down! The ships are hammering our position from the air! That was a little too close! We need support! Now! Actually, I need support. My entire battalion went AWOL and left me to fight this war on my own. If the enemy doesn't kill those guys, I will. I'm not gonna last much longer! Requesting immediate assistance! Over and out!
Those are direct ships destroying that planet. We must help that commando.
Are you serious? That's it! I am out of here! Captain Quark is gonna be sorry he messed with me.
This is not about Captain Quark anymore. There are innocent lives being lost.
Yeah? Well, I'm done with this stupid hero stuff. I got my own agenda now.
Ratchet, this is not like you.
What do you know about me? You've spent this whole time looking for Quark. You don't know anything about me.
I know that you will do the right thing.
Well, right now the thing I want to do is find Quark. How do you start this stupid thing?
Have you forgotten? You need a robotic ignition system. I will start the ship if you agree to help that commando.
So, blackmail is it? Fine. Just shut up and start the ship.
Back so soon?
Oh, you're talking to me.
I'm not in the habit of talking to myself, you buffoon. Did you get rid of them?
Yes. No. Well, I had this plan, and I thought...
You thought? You thought? I do the thinking around here, you slug-brained idiot. I simply needed you to eliminate those two nuisances before they could cause any real trouble.
But I wanted to...
Do you still want to be the highly paid spokesman for my planet?
Yeah?
Then the next time I send you to do a job, I want results! Now get out of my sight!
Okay, so another boss fight, another empty bottle, another break. After this cutscene, I'll have a brief break and then I'll be back.
Add attention, you deserting maggots! The next time you soldiers try to go AWOL, I'll shoot you myself!
Look, I just want to...
Zip it, worm! You see those bombers? If you don't get to the turrets and knock those ships out of the sky, this whole planet's gonna be rubble! Meet me at the city entrance!
He needs our help.
Yeah? Why don't you go help him? Into another trap? Well, go on. Go fight some evil.
At least I'm not a coward.
Whatever. As soon as I find Quark, I'm selling you for